Hello there. As you all know, I'm Newton, and how much I love apples. But today, I will be explaining weed. They keep telling me to explain weed. I assumed this was about the dandelions ruining my garden. It is, apparently, not about my garden at all. Very well. Weed refers to cannabis, a flowering plant recognized by its distinctive, jagged, finger-like leaves. It has been cultivated for centuries for three main reasons: sturdy fiber, nutritious seeds, and, the reason we are here, its resinous flowers. Those flowers, dried and cured, are what people usually mean when they say weed, bud, or simply the plant. People have used this plant for thousands of years, across many cultures, long before anyone slapped a legal label on it. It grew as rope for sailors, as medicine for healers, and as part of ceremonies in more than one ancient civilization. In other words, it is older than most of my equations. Now, the names. Because apparently one plant needed roughly 40 nicknames. Weed, pot, grass, herb, bud, ganja, Mary Jane, reefer, chronic, kush, dope. The list keeps going. Gravity only ever needed one name. The plant's main psychoactive compound is called THC, tetrahydrocannabinol, if you are trying to sound impressive at dinner. THC is responsible for the high, the shift in mood, relaxed muscles, and sudden fascination with one's own hand. It works by interacting with receptors already built into the human brain and body. Its calmer cousin is CBD, cannabidiol. CBD is not intoxicating in the same way THC is. Many people use CBD products for relaxation or general discomfort, including oils, creams, and gummies. Same plant, different personality. People take cannabis in several forms: smoked, vaporized, baked into food, or included in oils and tinctures. I will not be detailing exactly how any of these are prepared. That is between you, a licensed professional, and your local law. Different methods can act at different speeds, which is exactly why the advice you will often hear is start low, go slow. Common effects can include relaxation, giggling, a warm sense of ease, and a rather elastic sense of time. Some people feel talkative and cheerful. Others feel sleepy and want to lie very still. It varies enormously, rather like my own mood before coffee. There is also a famous side effect known as the munchies, a sudden urge to eat everything within arm's reach. Entire biscuit tins have reportedly been lost to this phenomenon. Never to be seen again. On the medical side, cannabis and some of its compounds may be used in certain medical settings for conditions such as chronic pain, chemotherapy-related nausea, some seizure disorders, or appetite loss. These uses are legitimate areas of medical research and treatment. But medical use should be guided by qualified healthcare professionals and the laws of your jurisdiction. I am, after all, a physicist. Please consult your actual physician. It is not all giggles and biscuits. Some people experience anxiety, paranoia, or a racing heart, especially with higher amounts. And smoking anything can affect the lungs over time, regardless of what is being smoked. Regular, heavy use over long periods has also been associated with changes in memory and other aspects of cognitive function, though the effects can vary considerably from person to person. Moderation matters enormously. One rule with no exceptions: never drive, operate machinery, or attempt delicate calculations while under the effects of cannabis. Impaired reaction time is impaired reaction time, whether the cause is wine, weed, or simply a severe lack of sleep. Legality is a genuine patchwork quilt. In the United States, some states allow cannabis for adult use. Others permit it only for medical purposes, and some still prohibit it outright. The situation can be especially confusing because state laws and federal laws do not always match. Even for locals, the map can be rather bewildering. Globally, it is just as varied. Cannabis is fully legal for adult use in some countries. Decriminalized, meaning reduced or no criminal penalty in certain circumstances. In others, and still a serious criminal offense in plenty of places. Always know the actual law of wherever you are standing. You have probably heard the number 420 tied to cannabis culture. It even became an informal date, April the 20th. Its exact origin is debated. Several stories claim credit, but the number stuck regardless. Now, a few myths worth clearing up. Cannabis is not pharmacologically the same as every other drug people compare it to. Different substances have different chemical effects, risks, and patterns of dependence. It also does not affect everyone in exactly the same way. Body, tolerance, the amount taken, and the individual person can all change the experience. And no, it will not make you fluent in Latin. I checked. Genuinely disappointing. Between us, I find the whole subject rather like my dispute with a certain rival scholar. Everyone insists they understood it first. Everyone has a strong opinion, and it is still not fully settled centuries later. So there you have it. A plant, a chemistry lesson, a legal maze, and rather too many nicknames for one leafy plant. Use it where it is legal, if you choose to at all, the way you would use anything that changes how your mind works. Carefully, legally, and in moderation. As for me, I will stick to something simpler. An apple never needed a legal disclaimer, or 40 nicknames.